carry it that way.
But you're in my way.
The mentality is never going to be that way.
But you're in my way. But you're in my way. So I got to move you out my way. That's how I look at this.
Nope.
Ain't nobody taking food off my table. That's all I'm going to say.
But I'll tell you this, though. You bit more than you could chew.
That's cool. You can feel that way.
For sure.
But come fight night, you're going to realize this is a lot different than being on the outside than being inside of there.
As they all say.
Okay. I'm slow, right?
Mentally.
Oh, my God. Mentally. Okay. I'm talking about I'm slow in the boxing ring, right?
Mentally.
I'm talking about the boxing ring, what you was talking about. I'm slow, right?
Mentally.
Okay, you're going to see.
Stevenson didn't dance around the issue during a live interview. He went straight at what he believes is the truth and addressed Teofimo Lopez directly. His message was simple. This isn't personal, but you're standing in my path. And if you're in the way, you're getting moved. He made it clear that no one is taking what he's worked for, and he warned that Teofimo may be stepping into deeper water than he expects. When the talk turned to being labeled slow, Shakur didn't dodge it. He doubled down, saying people will see the difference once the fight moved from the outside talk to the inside reality of the ring. Shakur also hinted that something feels mentally off with Teofimo, not as an insult, but in that fighter-to-fighter way that signals danger. It was one of those rare moments where honesty landed harder than trash talk, because it wasn't meant to disrespect, it was meant to warn.
Way watching him as an amateur?
I'll be honest, I'm gonna be real honest. He was a lot better younger.
Oh, he was better when he was younger?
Especially at the JOs, Junior Olympics.
He
was whooping feet, yo.
All right. He was crazy with it.
Yeah, he was mad nice.
You don't think he developed enough power or something?
It's not about the power. I think that he just focusing too much on one arsenal.
What, the defense?
Yeah, defense. This defense.
Yo, don't tell me too much, because I don't want you to say that you told me the game plan, you gave this, so I don't want no excuses. So don't say too much.
All right, Canelo Crawford.
I could give him that. I could tell him all the game plans and everything, because a true master in anything in boxing, the sport, you got to master yourself. You got to learn how to beat yourself. So if I give you all the tools on how to beat me, and I beat you,
I already know how to beat you, bro.
Nobody beat me.
I already know.
Shakur basically explained that unpredictability can be a weapon if you know how to control it. At the same time, he didn't soften his stance when the discussion shifted to levels. He made it clear that if Teofimo were ever to step in the ring with Terence Crawford, that matchup would end badly for him. No debate, no hesitation.
He's talking about, like, once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. But it's too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terence?
I'm not going to say he's on a Terence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that...
What makes the moment even more compelling is the contrast with the past. Because an old clip from December 2018 shows that the respect between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez was always real. Before the stakes were high and the pressure set in, there was genuine admiration between the two.
What about Shakur?
The way he is, he's just technical, you know? He's very smart when he's in there. You know, he's still young. We're both the same age, 20 years old.
Titles and the pressure shift the energy. And that's what gives this rivalry real depth. It isn't fueled by manufactured drama. It's built on familiarity, confidence, and two elite fighters who fully understand how dangerous the other one truly is.
Shakur, you know, he's getting up there, so his name speaks for itself. You know, he's a 2016 silver medalist. So, you know, and one of the best in that far in the amateurs in USA. So it speaks for itself. Shakur Stevenson is here for the present and the future.
And Terence Crawford weighs in. And this is where the moment turns unintentionally amusing. Bud hands out respect by acknowledging everyone as a great fighter, then calmly dismisses a potential Teofimo matchup as something he wouldn't even consider. No anger, no long speech, just blunt honesty. And coming from someone as calculated and respected as Crawford, that kind of statement lands harder than any trash talk ever could.
Shakur Stevenson, great. Tank Davis, great. Pitbull Cruz, great. Teofimo Lopez, trash. Devin Haney, great. Goose, great. Canelo, Great. And your opponent this weekend. Great.
Right after Terence Crawford delivers those brutally calm takes, the energy somehow gets even more unpredictable when Ryan Garcia enters the conversation. Whenever Ryan talks boxing, it's part analysis and part locker room banter. Listening to it feels like overhearing how fighters really debate matchups when the cameras aren't meant to be on. No polish, no filters, just opinions flying like bets on poker night. Ryan backing Shakur Stevenson by decision isn't a throwaway pick either. He's reading it as a fight that turns into chess long before it turns into damage.
We were, going at it right now, but I do have you beating him. I do see that your style, he can't f with. Oh, sorry, damn, I cussed myself. My
And
bad.
you're on
Damn,
the show. That's a second leg for you.
That's a fine, yo. That's a fine.
But there, I gotta say one thing, Teofimo does got that rock on him. Has that one punch power. I see that. You fought a little different with what's his name, Cepeda. Do you think you're gonna fight that same way, or it's gonna be a little different? I see it a little different, but
when I fight Teo, I'm gonna have to fight different that night. I could do it all, bro. I got so much things in my arsenal to where I could do everything that I need to do to come out victorious.
And I actually agree with the heart of his argument. Teofimo doesn't apply the kind of non-stop pressure that forces Shakur into panic mode or has him circling endlessly. Shakur isn't worried about being overwhelmed. He's focused on sudden lightning strikes, 1 or 2 shots at a time. And when Ryan says it gets ugly late, that isn't disrespect, it's experience speaking. What he's really saying is that once Shakur locks in on the timing, the puzzle starts losing pieces.
don't put no pressure, real pressure like that.
But Teo could crack a little bit.
Yeah, he could crack, but he's not a pressure fighter.
They both got tough defense, though.
Yeah, Shakur just has to watch for a single shot here, single shot there. He's not going to worry about volume, coming forward, hard-hitting guys. He's going to be watching for 1, 2 shots at a time. Teofimo just doesn't put pressure like that for Shakur to even run.
The funniest part is how confident everyone sounds while completely disagreeing. It's like they are wagering lunch money but debating legacies. One side says Shakur breaks him down piece by piece. The other insists Teofimo eventually lands a difference maker, and nobody is backing off their stance. When Ryan casually mentions the southpaw counterpuncher angle like it's checkmate, you can tell he's seeing a stylistic nightmare, not a highlight reel. Agree or disagree, this wasn't clout chasing. This was fighters arguing inches, timing, and habits.
Which he possibly could and shock me. But at the end of the day, Shakur's going to pick him apart. I can see it, bro. One, Teo don't even do good with counterpunchers, and another thing, he don't even do good with southpaws. And now you got a southpaw counterpuncher? Come on, bro. This is a bad matchup for Teo. Bad matchup. Bad matchup.
It's gonna be like Sandor Martin all over again.
Right after Ryan breaks it down like a late-night group chat debate, the energy flips completely when Teofimo Lopez steps to the MIC. This is where confidence turns combustible. Listening to him, it's clear this isn't standard trash talk. This is Teofimo fully in main character mode. He's talking about eyes not lying, legacy being written in real time, and Madison Square Garden as his personal proving ground. And honestly, it makes sense. When Teofimo says he risks everything every time, no rematch clause, no safety net, that isn't empty bravado. That's a fighter who believes pressure sharpens him instead of breaking him. You can hear it in his tone, joking one moment and preaching greatness the next, like his mind is already settled while everyone else feels the nerves. What really stands out is how he handles the mental side. He's not denying the chaos, he's leaning into it. His message is simple: this is who I am, and if that gets inside your head, that's your problem.
About this fight, were there any concessions you have to make, any stipulations that are of interest? Is there a rematch clause in this?
No rematch clause. We risk it all the time. No need for a rematch clause. Oh my goodness, man, this thing means everything to me. This is just another fighter, another column into my own pedigree, to my own style. This is what it is, and what better way than here at Madison Square Garden? This will be number 10 fighting here in the Mecca. This will be number 5 in the big room. So I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. And nevertheless, man, I want more. Let's see who we get after this. We just got to keep it going, man. We're not even in our prime yet. I know I said it earlier, but we're not in our prime.
And that's classic Teofimo. Because when he's most comfortable being unpredictable, that's usually when he's at his most dangerous. I also like how he keeps coming back to growth, talking about improved footwork, lessons learned, and evolution. To him, this fight isn't just about beating Shakur Stevenson, it's about leveling himself up again. You can also hear that underdog edge creeping back in, questioning why the boxing world keeps doubting him and why he's always underestimated until the lights come on. That hunger is real. His confidence isn't polished or rehearsed. It's raw, a little chaotic, but rooted in belief. And when he starts talking about future paths to even bigger fights, even mentioning Devin Haney, it becomes clear this isn't just one night for Teofimo. This is a statement run. You don't have to agree with everything he says, but one thing is obvious. He's not coming to survive rounds. He's coming to bend the story in his favor.
Say it to you guys. If you want to be liked in boxing, be good at it. If you want to be loved in boxing, be great at it. Or be the best at it. But if you want to be hated in boxing, be the greatest at it. It's just point blank period. And I think that's what it is. And what it comes down to is that they got to bring a lightweight to come over here and try to take and dethrone Teofimo because they got no other options. I'm excited for this whole thing. And whether they get it right or wrong, at the end of the day, the right person's going to win that night. And
right after Teofimo finishes speaking like a man already imagining the headlines, the tone subtly shifts when Abel Sanchez steps in. Now we're moving past vibes and into strategy. Listening to Abel, it's clear this is old school trainer logic. Emotions stay at the door. He's basically saying, this fight isn't about who shouts louder in the build-up. It's about distance, discipline, and who loses composure first. From his perspective, Shakur Stevenson wins if he keeps it clean, controlled, stays in his lane, and turns the ring into a geometry lesson. But Abel isn't giving Teofimo a free pass either. He warns that if Teofimo tries to get cute, he'll face a staring contest nobody wins. Teofimo has to adjust, because well-timed pressure is what makes Shakur uncomfortable. He
was a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him, but I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you and he wants to counterpunch. He's going to have to be a different guy this time. He's going to have to attack. He's going to have to be leading the fight, or else it's going to be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur, Shakur's going to wait for him. It's not going to be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented.
That's where it gets interesting, because Abel isn't predicting fireworks. He's predicting tension. A fight where both men win rounds, trade key moments, and have you debating with friends by round 8. When Abel calls it a draw, that's when you really pay attention, because that's not a safe pick. It's a chaotic one. A draw means nobody fully imposes their will, nobody gets embarrassed, and everyone leaves with questions instead of answers. I love how he frames Shakur as a fighter who's almost too skilled for his own popularity. The Andre Ward comparison says it all. If Teofimo applies pressure correctly, Shakur might end up looking incredible while still making people uneasy. And Abel points out that just the name Teofimo Lopez is enough motivation to push him into peak condition at 140. No shortcuts, no half measures.
Honestly, I see a draw. I don't know why I see a draw, but I just see them both having great rounds and giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
I know for a while there we were hearing that Teo might be moving up to 147. Are you surprised that he's still hanging around at 140? I mean, would you want to see him move up?
No, I think the challenge of the name Shakur is going to make him make the weight just the way he has to. I don't think he'll sacrifice, because I think he knows that he's going to have to be in tip-top shape physically and emotionally to be able to beat Shakur. No, I'm happy that he's there because he's fighting a big name. He's getting in there with what the fans.
What this shows is simple. This isn't about excitement versus boredom. It's about pressure versus patience. If Teofimo attacks the way he needs to, Shakur is forced to unlock every layer of his skill set. If he doesn't, you're watching a masterclass that casual fans might not fully appreciate until years later. And when a veteran like Abel can't pick a side and calls it a draw, that isn't indecision. it's respect for how razor-thin this matchup truly is. Stack all of this together, the camps, the confidence, the psychology, and the wildly different perspectives on how this fight plays out, and it's clear we're not heading into a simple win or lose scenario. We're stepping into a night that could redefine how both fighters are seen. Shakur is betting on control, composure, and timing. Teofimo is betting on pressure, belief, and that unpredictable spark that can flip a fight in seconds. And the respected voices across the sport are split right down the middle.
Exciting. What do you think of that?
I think that Shakur is the kind of fighter that's so good that kind of like Andre Ward was.
I was just going to say Andre, yeah.
He's so good that he doesn't really have to work that hard. A guy like Teofimo is going to make him work hard. A guy like Teofimo could make Shakur look like $1 million because he's going to press him. Shakur's going to have to use his skills, which are immense, and it's going to make for a great fight. And we're going to see if well, at least I will see anyway, if Shakur is the star that I think he is, he just doesn't understand himself.
Some see a technical masterclass. Some see chaos. Some even predict a draw. And honestly, that uncertainty is exactly what makes this fight so important. This isn't noise. It's real boxing tension, the kind that builds round by round and has everyone debating long before the final bell rings. Now it's on you. Drop your take in the comments and let's have a real discussion. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.